Hi guys, so I wanted to tell you about the channeled message that I had this morning. So when I was driving this morning, I saw the pink conch shell, okay, in the sky, and I also saw a fire in the sky. And I heard the repeated words of a shaman that has passed, and he said to me, "The fires are coming, tell the people to run." And he just repeated that this morning. So the pink shell is the symbol of the Bahamas, right? But it's also got a lot of spiritual and traditional meanings throughout history with its uses. I kind of felt like what I was seeing was that the angels were trying to like reseed the air with a property of protection, right? If we think about pink and we think about like rose quartz and things like that, right? Like these very protective energies, very pure energies. And the conch shell was also, when it's heated to high temperatures in Ayurvedic traditions, the ash powder is used to detoxify. It's also used to support the stomach. Okay. Now, this may end up being 2 videos, but we will see. They took me to Chernobyl, and maybe that's symbolic. Maybe there's other reasons. It could be a warning of nuclear weaponization, or just some of the tools that we need to remember because of the fire in the sky, right? Could also be an asteroid, right? So the first thing that comes to mind for me was the apopectin. And I've been talking about that for a decade because it helps remove radiation, right? The radioactive isotopes from the body. The Pacific Ocean is pretty contaminated in regards to Fukushima and the failure there. And so the rain cycles also impact all of the foods that are being grown, the grass pastured animals, the soil, salmon, etc. And so apopectin is one of the things they gave to Chernobyl survivors to remove the radiation from their body. And also Icelandic and Atlantic varieties of spirulina and chlorella were used. And that's another item that I've talked about on my Paleo Veggie blog for over a decade. And it's a great chelator for breastfeeding moms. I'm going to take this into a second video and continue. So you might want to go to video number 2. Okay, so video number 2, which I'm actually going to splice into video number 1, so you won't have to actually go there. But so some people recommend, like the big recommendation you always hear for radiation is iodine, right? But it's usually like synthetic iodine, right? And if you follow me on like Paleo Veggie for a while, you know my opinion on synthetics. You know my opinion on the body needs bioavailable nutrition. So seaweed is actually the ocean's purifier, right? So seaweed converts the radioactive byproducts into salts, and then the body can eliminate those salts, right? It also lowers the amount of radioactive iodine 131, and that's what the thyroid would absorb that would cause thyroid issues, and it reduces that amount by 80%, okay? Also, I'm always talking about those brightly colored fruits and vegetables and all the nutrients we get from that, right? The supplements that I use, that I talk about, they are ones that I actually use with my family. Okay, so I'm not like just talking out my arse trying to get people to buy my products. So the encapsulated whole foods and gummies that I've used with my family, we've been on them for probably 8 years now. Ooh, that sun is suddenly getting bright. And it's something that I think that everyone should have in rotation in their food storage, right? It's just extra whole foods that we normally would not get, but it's important for these sort of times because right? These are the foods that have those natural carotenes, polyphenols, the caffeic acid, vitamin C, vitamin Bs, right? All of these rich nutrients that we actually really need. There's just so much that food offers for us. So just make sure that you're aware that we are living in a crazy time, like, but we picked it. Okay, you chose this time to come to this earth school. Don't forget that. Okay, but your temple will have to be cared for in some of the things that we are going to experience. So just a reminder from Spirit. Okay, much love, guys. Bye.